What's up, everybody? This is Elwood85. It's been a long time since I've made a blog. This blog is pretty much just be on dating, not just dating in general, but save dating. So yeah, it's been a long time. Anyway, let me hit the start. Let's get at it. First, successful friendships. Successful friendships. Friendships are a huge thing. If you're not friends, how can you actually be in a relationship? If you don't really think you can actually sit down and enjoy that person's humor, when there's not intimate and romantic relationships, moments when just, hanging out, just doing the normal day ones and twos of life, whether it be just laundry and hanging out watching TV, not nothing specifically romantic in sort, you must be able to be friends. If you can't be friends, then how are you going to be in a relationship? How's it going to be your spouse? Content with past events. If you're dealing with any past insecurities, get rid of those first. That's a big thing. Bringing those past insecurities into your new relationship with a new person, it pretty much brings on a lot of unneeded stress, a lot of aggravation to the other person. I mean, really, you're kind of just more or less just generalizing everybody that you meet, every lady or every male that you come across as the last person. That's not going to really be very beneficial. It's going to really hurt relationships. So make sure you're secure within yourself. Don't jump into another relationship until you've dealt with those past problems, those past events that may be still hurting you. Develop a strong self-image. Have your own life. Know who you are. Before you met them, you had your own life. Before they met you, they had their own life. Thus, when you start hanging out with each other, while your lives integrate, intertwine, their life does not become yours, and vice versa. Pretty much, just make sure when they're not around, you're not moving around constantly thinking about them. They are not your other half. When you are not there, you are not 50% of a person. You are still a whole person. So just make sure you have your own life, a strong self, strong image. Don't let them be easily changed. Don't let you be easily changed. If you're changed so easily by someone you just met, then there's something wrong. You really don't know who you are. Learn who you are first. Establish what you want. Make sure you have the intentions of the relationship open communication. You know where the relationship is going. If you don't know where the relationship is going, then you kind of set yourself up for failure. That closed communication door can pretty much be an open gateway to misinterpretation of a lot of actions and a lot of things said. So make sure you have that open communication and you verbalize and establish where this relationship is going and what do you want. Expectations. What are your expectations? Are they good? Are they too low? Are they too high? Pretty much think about that. Can you meet those expectations? If you thought about it and asked, hold up, I want this, that, and the third, this, that, and that, and a little bit of this, and I want to be able to do this for me. Can you do those things for yourself? What can you bring to the table? Make sure that it's not just a take relationship, you're actually giving also. Make sure it's not a parasitic relationship. Definitely make sure that what you're bringing to the table is acceptable. Reevaluate your standards and where you're going about this. And just make sure they're right and proper for what you're looking for. If you cannot sustain it, don't seek it. This is big for guys since we like to talk a lot. Pretty much, don't tell someone that you can do things for them and you know you can't. If you take someone out one time and say you can constantly do this and live this certain lifestyle that you know you can't without actually putting yourself in some type of debt or some type of emotional strain, don't do it. Pretty much, you don't have the time to seek something, but this applies to anything in life. Anything that you seek in life, if you don't have the time for it, then generally just don't seek it. It's not that point in time in your life. Maybe you need to mature more. Just wait it out. Play it when it feels right. Don't just hop on something just because it comes across you, because it may not be at the time. You may hop in something when you're immature, and it could have been so much better as you mature later on. So don't ruin something because you're impatient and you want it now. Make sure you can sustain it and hold on to it. Once again, this is really important. Inquire about intentions. Definitely keep the communication established what you want. If you're in a relationship just for a fling, that you don't actually plan on dating this person for a long time, but yet you say you care about this person, think about that. It's pretty much saying, I care about you and I want to date you for a season, but eventually I plan on breaking your heart. I plan on pretty much hurting you. Even though I say I care about you, I really do not want to date you for the long run. So this is only a seasonal thing. Make sure you keep those intentions open, because in a sense, it sounds kind of ridiculous if you think about it. I care about you, but I'm dating you to hurt you. Just think about that. Keep the intentions open. Sex. This is a very important topic. A lot of people compromise their relationship with God because of sex. We're willing to give up a lot of things. When it comes to sex, we just do not feel that we can give that up. That's more than an excuse, and we have to try harder than that. Since this is a blog on save dating, you already know my stance on sex is, if you're not married, you shouldn't be having it. Guard the situation. you shouldn't be hanging out a certain time of night alone in a darkly lit room on the couch watching a movie when you already know that, I mean, we're human. We're gonna fail, but once again, there's no excuse. Guard the situation, protect yourself. You know your weakness. If you know you're weak in that area and you know you're trying to live for Christ, don't endanger a relationship. Just guard the situation and stay out of those type of predicaments in which you know you have a possibility of failing. You are never ready for a relationship until you actually don't need one. Makes a lot of sense. If you actually need a relationship, you need someone around you, you need someone there to pretty much support you and tell you about this and tell you that and constantly be there for you and be, I don't know, attendant to your emotional needs and things of that nature. If you need that, then you don't need to be in a relationship. You need to be secure in yourself and know who you are. Be very secure, know your own personal self, have an image and be strong within an image. And only when you don't feel that you need a relationship is actually when you can actually handle a relationship. Because they're not always going to be around, and if they're not there to, I don't know, back you up on your opinions and things of that nature, where are you going to be at? Are you going to be moping and depressed and stuck because they're not there? No. Know who you are. If you just recently have, you're really gung-ho for God and you're really trying to, solidify a certain ministry of some sort, then I would say wait on a relationship. Relationships, they're very time-consuming, but ministries are even more time-consuming. They present a lot of opposition. You're gonna run into a lot of things, a lot of strains, because you are working for God. You're going against the world in itself. So make sure if you're solidifying a ministry of some sort, make sure you have a strong foundation that's built on sound doctrine first before you decide to hop into a relationship. And if you do hop into a relationship, make sure that person is going in the same direction as you, and they can help benefit your ministry, and they're not going to be actual oppression to your actual ministry and your actual work for God. Because remember, God's work comes first. So make sure you're choosing your spouse and your partner correctly, and whatever you're doing for God is already solid, and you have a strong foundation and base for it. And in anything, I mean, when it comes down to it, have a strong foundation to God. That's pertinent. That's important. That's like the bee's knees. You have to have a strong foundation in God with anything you do. Just have a good relationship with Him, and everything you do will operate 20 times, 1,000 times more efficiently and better. So just make sure you stay in your word. You stay on top of your prayer game. Just keep it 100 with God, because He already knows the truth. Don't lie to Him. Just be open. Oh, and this is one thing. Don't go too deep with someone you just met. You've been on this earth 18 plus years, most likely, if you're watching this video. If you only know this person 3 months or so, they're technically still a stranger. If you don't plan on going in a long relationship with this person, don't start revealing secrets that happen to you, such as, I don't know, child molestation, abuse, rape. You don't know this person's intentions yet. Don't allow them to use those things against you to hurt you even more and set you back even further, because you just openly told this person things that you barely know. So hold off until you know their intentions before you start saying things that you wouldn't normally tell any other person. And yeah, just make sure whoever you date, they're equally yoked. I mean, that's a really big thing. Make sure they're going the same direction as you. If y'all have same faiths, different faiths, I mean, that could present a huge problem. Pretty much, you're going to be praising different things. I mean, as far as times, if there's certain traditions and there's spiritualities, anything like that, they could hurt your relationship with God. Don't let them change you. Make sure you have a strong self-image also. Make sure you know who you are in God. So yeah, being unequally yoked in dating, it's a very hard thing, and it's not recommended. Make sure they're going in the same direction as you. When it comes down to it, it's nothing philosophical and deep. I mean, really, it's just, have a strong relationship with God, build a successful relationship with God, and everything's gonna work out. Make sure the person you date, your spouse, your partner, they're also going the same direction, and I promise you, everything will work out that much better. This has been LO85, and this has been my blog on Save Dating. Y'all be blessed. Peace out. Be safe. One. Baya! Bam! And yeah, it's like that, son. Peace. I probably look real dumb sitting in this parking lot talking to myself. They can't see this video camera. They'll really think I'm really bonkers. I'm kind of loud. Save dating. It's been a long time. I shouldn't have left you without some Christian steps to step to. That was so lame.